astromech even got up there at this point in time, because that doesn't look like it's easy. I'm gonna call up to them. TD-19, Quinn.
So they're about 30 feet up. Like they're right at the top of the ship, like in the kind of like the works, like where all the cables.
Do they still have that weird tubing attached to them?
Yeah, there's cables wrapped all around them, like they've been wrapped up and brought into the ceiling and attached to it.
Their chips have been, I don't know, rubbed together too much or something. I don't know, something's up with these guys. So defective.
Well, I'm just gonna leave them be, because I figure it's best to leave them alone than potentially make them go psychotic and kill us.
Yeah,
Roji's looking up right here, looking. He's like, let's just go.
let's just leave them there.
As soon as we can, we're ditching this ship. It's like, it's weird.
Yeah, maybe we'll be lucky, stumble upon another key fob while we're here, and steal a different ship. That's good.
Yeah, with all that money we have in our pockets, I'm sure we could just afford another one.
Great. Who has the spice? That's actually a good question. Who has the spice right now?
I don't know who has it.
Okay, Dari, if you have the spice, you have to be very careful with that.
Please don't bring that into the station.
It's safe.
It's 2 kilograms. Where do you have it?
I have it stashed on the ship, but now I'm thinking it should probably be stashed on one of... We shouldn't leave it with the ship.
I don't think we should take it with us either.
Well, what if these things take off at the ship?
I mean, at that point in time, I think our least worries will be having spice on a station where I'm sure it's very illegal to even talk about.
I kind of feel like these things won't, can't really do anything for themselves, or they're not going to take off the ship. I don't think they're thinking about taking off the ship. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it here.
But at the same time, they didn't exactly protect the ship when new captains arrived.
That's
so what if
true.
someone comes aboard and is like, I'm the new captain?
Well, I mean, it's safe at the station, right? Like, what are the station rules? They're not just going to let anybody on.
Right, just like the station rules at Tatooine.
Good point. Okay, so we can't...
Maybe Raji should stay with the ship.
Yeah, Roger, you're staying with the ship.
Fine.
Okay.
Can you give me a gun so that... Give me a blaster?
Yeah, 'cause
if
you
those two
shoot-
unfurl like some weird space spider, then I can at least defend myself?
Oh, that's horrific. Thanks.
Just lock yourself in the cockpit.
No, I want a blaster.
Okay, don't blow a hole in the ship, okay? This is my only it's my second blaster. But you know that...
Give me the good one.
I'm not giving you my good gun. You can't even use a gun properly. This is just... Okay, I mean, this will hold you out. And you know I work better with 2 guns. Because that's my thing.
That's what I've heard.
Oh, come on. Alright, so I'll give you my... Actually, which one's better?
Give me the good one.
I'll give you my holdout.
Oh, come on. Against that thing, he's 6'5".
You wouldn't be able to hit him. This is just a hole. Do not blow a hole in our hull. We need this ship. Don't freak out. I'm putting on safety. He doesn't know how to take it off. All right, here you go. This makes you feel better, but lock yourself in the cabin.
Fine. He puts it into his belt and wanders back away. He's like, if the robots kill me, I don't want to be your friends anymore. And you
Fair
hear
enough.
the door slide as he closes himself in the cockpit.
If he even attempts to fly away with our ship.
Oh, Roji, he won't.
No, that's true. But I mean, he is apparently the only one who can take off on the ship.
Good point,
We
but
didn't exactly do so well last time.
he wouldn't know how to find his own
Space Pecker.
space pecker without us.
Space Pecker.
So, there's no way that Roji will take off without us.
Okay, we're gonna open the doors.
I just cursed us, didn't I?
Great, yeah, you jinxed us. So we're gonna open the doors and we're gonna head out into the station.
I also have a fob.
Oh, you have the fob.
Yeah.
Good.
So the lower back gate lowers down and clangs with a kind of a heavy thud. It echoes throughout this hallway chamber, and you can see that there's a couple of deckhands that are already running fueling pipes towards your ship. And they look to you and they're like, so we've done a quick assessment, and it looks like you're going to owe us about 240 credits for refueling on the ship.
Can you fuel half the ship? Is that an option?
I mean, I could, but I mean, there's nothing within jump space that's going to get you. I mean, especially with this engine on here, you're going to need a full jump to get out of here.
I say we sell the astromech if we can while we're here.
Sell something.
So you only want a half then? It's pretty risky. Unless you got one hell of an astrogator.
Do you accept payment up front, or do you after payment job's been done? We'll pay you half now.
Well, you have to pay before you leave.
Yeah, okay. So we'll give you half now.
You just pay when you leave. It'll be added to your bill.
Okay. Pay when we leave.
Let's just go back to the
Pay when we leave.
Oh.
Pay when we leave.
Hmm.
Okay, we'll pay you when we leave.
Don't like the way you guys are saying that. It's a little weird.
Okay.
Anyway.
Common is not or standard is not our first language.
Yeah.
And he goes and just jimmies up the pipe into the side of the ship and starts fueling. All right, so there's a corridor. This hallway ends in there's a single double sliding door at the end of it, and you can see that there are probably steps behind that wall that lead up to a viewing area, a viewing deck.
Yeah.
And you can see that there's a few people that are looking in, just watching the ship being refueled. You can make a outer rim roll. What that might be or what that might mean.
Both of us?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Difficulty?
I'm gonna say 1.
Okay. I have 3 successes.
Nice.
Only I can roll that way in combat.
I have 0. I'm just
All
like.
right. So you kind of figure that that's actually pretty common in stations like this. You would think that there are people looking for passage. So people that'll pay to get to the next destination or what have you. They'll often go, and if they're usually at these kinds of stations, there's a central area, almost like think of like a bus station, where there'll be things on the board saying ships are arriving from this location or heading, or even if it's not heading, it's like there's a new ship arriving. Often they won't say where they're going because you don't have to declare that, which you didn't do. Well, you did. You just said Geno's, at least I didn't care. But there'll be a board, and it'll say like which docking station they're in, and people will generally filter to so there's a new ship, and they're obviously people that have arrived, happy to see a new ship just to find out where it's going. So you walk into the front doors, and there's a staircase to your left and a staircase to your right that goes up to the higher level and into the viewing deck, and then there's just a corridor that leads into the lower part of the smaller end of this station, which it's probably about 50 meters across at the base, and there's you can see already that it's almost like a circular area that it opens up into with a bunch of shops and kiosks and almost like an open market plaza, like you'd see like on Mos Eisley, set up in the center of it. And you can also see there's elevators along the corridor here to go up to the upper levels from here as well.
Oh, I'm such an idiot. Before we came onto before we left the ship, I should have checked to see if we had anything in our storage or anything that we could even just barter to sell to some of these people.
Yeah, I know that you're riding high on this like fast-paced life, and you're like, hey, we could just take off.
Hey, I'm doing pretty good.
No, yeah, but
Yeah.
you know that there's big steel doors that they'll close in the docking bay if somebody doesn't pay, right?
That's a problem for future us that we can deal with later.
Yeah, we gotta find something. We need it should be easy.
You need 240 credits.
Well, we got 100.
Right.
So we need 140 more. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot.
I'm going to ignore the fact that I actually am carrying on me personally 225 credits.
You are?
Yeah, but I'm not telling you that.
What? Okay.
I forgot. It was given spending money for the day from my parents, and I just kind of forgot it was in there.
All right.
More important things have been happening.
Alright. Okay, so we need 140 credits. Alright, maybe I should run back to the ship, see what we got there. Is there like what's at the station?
Well, I mean, generally we could maybe find some passengers. I'm sure if we upsell the idea of, hey, you can travel on a haunted ship, people might flock to that.
Yeah.
We can try to pick up some passengers. I mean, we really don't have a destination in mind that we want to go to ourselves. I mean, Genesis is kind of out.
Do we have to feed them? Because we have 0 food.
We could charge extra for food.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could charge extra for food and any other supplies they need, and they'll probably give us a bunch of money up front, which
we could rob them too.
Later, yeah, but we like if we take the money up front and then rob them afterwards, that might work.
Yeah,
You're a terrible person, I just realized.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Right. We can look for passengers. Oh, we should probably get some food ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, how much do passengers actually pay? Is that a lot?
I guess it depends where they're going.
So, I mean, if it should be like on our destination.
We could see how much they're offering and then barter from there. If we don't really know what it's worth, we let them see what they're offering and then automatically charge them more.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's better than robbing them, I guess. Well, it's like robbing them. You're also a terrible person.
I'm a trader, okay? I'm a businessman. Business alien.
Just doing a little bit more legit. Okay, so this is actually a good idea. I think that they might be able to tell us more about where to go to. They might have some ideas of jobs.
They can give us a destination and we can play it off there. I mean, they're on a station, for goodness sakes. Odds are they're not the savory types.
Oh, okay. Everybody looks pretty. They look a lot more savory than the streets of Mos Eisley.
But think about what system we're in. Right? We're not exactly in the core planet's territory.
All right, so we just, like, how do you find out who's going where?
I guess it's really up to us. So we can just go up to them, kind of ask, look, see who's desperate, who looks like they might have money. Okay.
All right, so you want to go up to the upper level?
We're going to go up to the upper level and then do perception on everyone who's kind of there, just to kind of size them up.
Okay. All right, so you walk up, going up one of the staircases and up to the viewing balcony. And there's a couple of small kiosks here as well, almost like an airport, where there's people that have set up small shops that sell drinks and food. And there are a couple people sitting around on chairs, those long benches. They're sitting and overlooking your ship. Mm-hmm. And your ship is flown straight in, so you can actually see Roji sitting in the front with his feet up on the dash, but like it's pretty transparent through. You can see it. You guys can make a perception roll. Your difficulty is 1.
So that would be 2 successes and 1 advantage.
1 failure and 2 advantages.
All right. So you don't really see anything, but you see that he has a little, like, he's got his feet up on the dash again, and he's kind of sitting there, and he's got his hand behind his head like he normally does. But he's got a little kind of metallic disc in his hand, and he's going off of it.
Roji?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. So gonna beat him. Beat his ass when I get back.
What is he doing?
He's snorting spice.
Is it our spice or is it his own?
Doesn't matter. Well, actually, if it's our spice, he's gonna get an extra whop. But I'm gonna whop him in the head when we get. Oh, that's where his money went all of a sudden. Oh, he's got so many debts. He sees so many.
Does he not realize that the rest of the passengers can see this too, and they probably don't want to fly with someone who is very clearly doing spice in the cockpit? They will not want to get in a ship with that.
Well, he's not flying.
But they don't know that. It's all about perception and how you look when it's making deals with these people.
No, he's on murder bot duty. He's just gonna go sit in the back watching for murder bot.
All right, so now that you're up there and that you've seen that, it doesn't seem like people have really noticed. They've just kind of taken a look at the ship, and you were really looking. Like even you didn't see that. But there's about 8 people just kind of milling about. A few different types of alien species. There's 1 human there. They all just look like standard people. Some are dressed like fairly nicely. Some are dressed like they've probably traveled around in the Outer Rim. They have a large back. One is let me see here. One's a Celestin with he's got kind of worn traveling clothes, and he's got a large bag over his shoulder. He's younger. Looks like he might be 19 or 20. He's just kind of sitting on the corner, looking down at the ship, and he's typing on a data pad with his other hand. There's a couple other aliens around. You guys can make a perception roll to see if there's anything more in particular, or you can just approach any one of them if you want to.
You know, we should really upsell the fact that our quad jumper has a hyperspace drive. Because not a lot of, you know, I'm sure they would assume, looking at our ship, that I wouldn't have it. But I don't think they're aware of the modifications. We could upsell that. Make them want to travel with us.
Okay. And so I go to the corner of the place and I drop my pack on the ground with thud. And I say, hey, like announce my voice really loud. I'm going to make a big show of this.
Oh, great.
Oh, I'm so bad at this. Okay. Why is my character have to be like this? Hey, how many of you all there have heard the stories and what you might think is a fable of the legendary Murderbot?
What are you doing?
Sorry. Some people kind of turn and kind of give you a weird look. But the Sultan kind of looks over and he's like, go on.
Well, let me tell you that you might see a quad jumper out that window. Just a regular old hunk of junk, but that quad jumper is well known, and you can look this up on your own. This is a well-known piece of history that the Murderbot rode on this very ship, and it was instrumental on how it went through the galaxy on its murder spree. It uses quad jumper in many of its jumps. It's known as the Starburst in the history. It has many names, but this is the very vehicle, ladies and gentlemen, that Murderbot has been seen by numerous sources exiting on its murder rampage. You want a chance to ride on this very vehicle. It's a low price. Not only do you get to your destination, you also get to be on a haunted ship, part of a most grisly murder spree in the galaxy. You get to touch the very seat that the Murderbot sat in.
And it also has a hyperspace drive.
That too.
You hear someone yelp in the back. We assumed that since you got here. You can make a charm check.
You know, I was joking about selling it as a murder ship,
obviously.
right? It was sarcasm. I was trying out something new.
All right.
I saw an opportunity. That's okay.
Make a charm, and your difficulties 1, I guess.
Okay.
No, the fact you're trying to sell a murder ship, let's make it 2. You're trying to convince people that that's a good thing.
Well, it's exciting. People like that.
Get to your destination in style. And alive. That's a bonus.
I'm doing well here. Alright, so 1 advantage.
So at that point, everyone just kind of goes back. And the Sultan stands up and he's like, look, I don't really give a jab's ass if this ship was haunted. I just need to get to where I'm going. So, you taking passengers or not?
That's where I'm going to come in. Yeah, we can actually get you where you want to go. Okay. How much are you willing to pay us?
Well, where are you going?
That's up in the air. We're really flexible. We're willing to go anywhere. Within reason, of course. If the money's right.
Anywhere.
If the money's right, yes.
Disconnected, I think. Just 1 second. This happens every time. Right around this time, too. It's super weird. Yeah, just 1 second. Let's reconnect. I think I might have to hardwire us in. This is what you guys want to check to make sure we're still... Sorry, guys, if we are still live. It looks like to this that we are not streaming right now, so let's go. Yeah, looks like we're down.
Uh-oh.
It's a haunted ship.
There we go. Looks like we're back up. Okay, it looks like we're streaming again, theoretically. I don't know why it drops like that. Goddamn internet. Okay, so... I'm just gonna...
It's still not streaming for me.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, we're getting spikes, but it says we are streaming. So chat, if we are here, please just let us know.
You guys can see.
Yeah, we're up.
Okay.
Okay.
Go.
All right. Okay, so it's choppy. It looks like it's a little bit choppy, but that's fine. So yeah, he kind of leans over and says, "So within reason, okay. Well, if that's the case, then I mean, I was just looking to get from like one place to another, but I do have an ultimate destination in mind."
Where are you thinking of going?
Just gotta pull up my map here.
Because like the point of our ship is it'll be a little bit of an adventure to get there. We offer excitement with our.
I don't care what. So I just need to get where I'm going. So like I originally was just looking to get to Tatooine, but that was just going to be a stop-off point to find another freighter. But if you guys are taking custom,
yeah, we're not doing Tatooine.
Yeah,
right
Tatooine. So yeah,
yeah.
Okay, well that would, like I said, it was just a stop-off. So if you're willing, I mean, I need to get all the way to Zolan.
Zolan, okay.
Isn't that the Solstin's home planet? No, wait,
No,
Zolan.
that's Solus.
Solus. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Solstin. Okay.
Alright, you want to go to Zolan? How much are you willing to offer?
Well, what's the charge? What do you normally charge for this sort of thing?
We have quite a few fees, depending on what level of
that's
experience. But if you want just the basic the ride from point A to point B, then you're just going to get the basic service fee. But there's also charges for food and supplies, anything that you might
Okay,
consume.
well, I need to eat, so just tell me what the cost is.
So
And
weird. All right. How far is Zoland?
I'm going to roll a check.
Yeah. I don't know.
How far is
I didn't
Zolan
pay
from where we
attention.
are?
okay,
That would be astrogation?
this would be education.
Education? Okay. Education. And difficulty?
1.
No. Oh. So 2 failures and an advantage.
Okay, so you have no clue. You do know that it's still technically the Outer Rim, and it's not far in this, from this region, but where it is exactly, you're not sure. It could be with your hyperspace engine that you have on this thing. It could take a month to get there. You're not sure. It could be a month to 2 months.
Oh man. Okay. Could I do it? Okay. Well, that's enough. That's all we need. Okay. So, yeah, it could take us quite a while to get there. How about you pay us?
Pay us by day.
Yeah. We're gonna take it up front,
Yeah, of course.
and then we'll by each point we'll take payment. So
Okay,
all right.
whatever.
So upfront fee is gonna be how much money do we get out of here plus food?
Just tell me the number.
This isn't so easy. Normally we're used to people...
300 credits.
Yeah, 300 credits.
300 credits?
Hey, that's like an upfront fee, but this is like a lot of travel we're talking
Unless
about.
those ghosts are going to be taking me to some kind of space orgy, that's a little bit expensive.
We could get you a space orgy if you really wanted one.
Okay.
I didn't think you would be in that.
How about that for the
Okay,
deluxe? We'll leave you the fuck alone. You don't have to listen to any crap about any tourist stuff. Fee.
I mean, I would assume you wouldn't do that anyway.
Oh no, I'll do it. I know a lot about.
But you're
Murderbot.
threatening me with information now?
We're not threatening, we're negotiating.
You are 2 of the strangest women I've ever met.
Hey,
Wouldn't be first time.
any trader knows this is a negotiating
All right,
back
okay,
and
look.
forth.
Okay, should I need to make an... Well, you're working together, so you can make the negotiation roll.
Okay. Fantastic. And then difficulty?
1.
Okay. 1 advantage.
He's like, okay, you know what? I think we all know 300 credits, a little bit high. I'll pay you 270.
270, but no offense, but you kind of look... What species is he again?
He's Solstin.
Solstin. Your species kind of looks like one who would eat a lot, so we're kind of basing
Tiny.
this off of the whole...
Hey, that's racist.
It's not
Speciest.
racist if it's factual.
She's very speciest.
I'm getting that. Doesn't matter if I eat more or not. 270 credits is more than enough.
270 credits, and she doesn't tell you anything about our killer droids on board.
Okay, sure, killer droids. Okay, whatever. 270 credits, is that good enough?
I think it's adequate.
Okay. Sold to the Solston in the corner.
Alright. He's like, well, I'm actually right here. But anyway, goes into his pocket, pulls out 270 paper credits, hands them over to you. And
I'll take it.
and he slings his bag over his shoulder and starts wandering down the stairs. You can see him from the viewport. He starts wandering towards the ship. At that point, a very properly dressed, almost like noble-looking Twi'lek woman kind of wanders over to the two of you. And she's fairly tall. She's about 6'1". She's a lot larger than a lot of the Twi'leks you've seen in your life before. And she looks down at the two of you. I overheard your conversation that you are going to be heading towards Zolan. Is that correct?
Really, that's this business with another client.
So this is what she looks like, everyone.
Okay.
But if you were willing to pay a fee to get to Zolan, then we could definitely look into heading there.
I pull her aside, and I say very quietly, hopefully she doesn't hear, I'm like, she looks rich. She looks wealthy.
Yeah, are you wanting to head to Zolan? Is that what you're trying to get at here?
I understand that you said to that Celestin that we can choose the destination. Is that correct?
Within reason and the right price.
Yes, and he did come first, so we're heading in that direction.
Yeah, essentially what we're trying to say is that we can be bought.
My destination is much further than that of the Celestin. Are you willing to leave the Outer Rim?
With the right amount of money?
Yeah.
I need to get to a planet called Eridus.
Okay, I'm going to roll an education check on that.
Sure.
Difficulty?
2.
Really need to take a nap. Ooh, okay, I have a triumph.
Yeah, no you don't. You don't need to nap. No one needs to sleep.
Right? I have a triumph, 2 successes, and 3 disadvantages.
Alright, so you are starting to get really tired, so you're going to take all those disadvantages and strain.
No. Okay.
You're so strained out right now. She's very strained.
Okay,
tired.
I have 7 strain.
Of how many total? 13?
13.
Okay, so you're halfway now. Alright, so Eridus is in... let me find my photo here. Eridus is in the expansion region, so you're going to have to go through the mid-rim into the expansion region. The closer you get to the core worlds, the more power the Empire has. Eridus is a planet that is... it's mostly a human planet that is... it's an assembling point for a lot of Imperial fleets that are going to be heading into the mid and the outer rim.
So you know this.
Yeah.
Do you tell me that?
Not really. I'm just going to kind of keep my knowledge to myself because I don't want to talk about it in front of her because then it'll make us look uneducated and us at a disadvantage.
Are you going to pull me aside?
So I'm just going to kind of be like...
You're metagaming, you don't know.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
You don't know.
Metagaming, you're right.
If you want to keep that a secret, then you can.
I'm going to keep it here. I'm just not going to tell you. It's not a secret.
I'm going to try to do... I usually don't even try to do these rolls because they're so bad. So this is outer rim?
What is?
Intelligence? What was
it? It was education.
Education, yeah.
Okay. I'm not the smartest. Streetwise, but not smart. Okay. And the difficulty was how much?
2.
2? Okay.
I'll give you a blue dice because of your training at the academy.
Okay. All right. Okay, thank you. That helps. All right. Well, it wasn't so bad. Okay, 1 disadvantage and 2 successes.
All right, so you take a strain because you know that that's an assembling point for the Imperial Navy.
So I freak out. All right.
They do have a presence on Eridus itself in various cities across the planet, but it's mostly like a lot of shipyards, docking yards. It's an assembly point for the ships.
Okay, I'll be like, whoa, 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 lady, that's heavy into Imperial territory.
Yes, I am quite aware of that.
We're gonna do run in there. We're just straight. We stay out of that. If we're gonna do run within those borders, it's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you a lot.
Very well. How much will it cost me?
Well, generally, our fee we're looking at is about 300 credits starting out.
5,000 credits.
5,000?
Is that covering the entire journey?
For the first half of the journey. We'll see. As soon as we hit those borders.
I cannot commit to such a journey and pay half of it up front and to have you abandon me at halfway point there. That's not fair.
No. We would never abandon you up front. But we would get you. We would try to get you to the planet as much as possible. But if there are other difficulties along the way, say an Imperial presence,
there's
that
a
further complicates.
Imperial presence there, but that is why I would pay you up front.
We just don't think it's fair for you to have to pay the whole amount in case, we can't get into those borders. So upon the border, then we'll renegotiate the fee, but 5,000 to take you to the Imperial border.
And even if we can't
what does
get
the
you
Imperial
in,
border mean exactly?
When it gets a little heavy, close to Zolan.
Everyone knows the Imperials. They don't like other aliens.
I do not need to go to Zolan. I need to go to Eridus.
Sorry.
We're going to Zolan and then we're going to Eridus.
Eridus, yes.
Very well. I will agree to the 5,000 credits if you'll take me all the way to Eridus.
Okay. We can do that. We will take you there.
Hello.
Alright, so we're in Docking Bay.
I can see the ship right there.
Fantastic. You already know your way around here. Good for you. So you can head just down there, let our man know that you're going to be traveling with us.
So she kind of looks back, and you can see a... just a second here. You see this guy. I'm just trying to find his card. You see this guy standing in the corner.
Great.
Okay.
And she looks over to him and she says, I should have cleared this beforehand, but the 5,000 credits is for me and my protector. I hope that is all right.
Protector.
Yes. He will come in handy if there's any problems on your ship, I can assure you.
That's 5,000 plus food.
I have no need of food. I can take care of that myself. I am well supplied.
What about your friend there?
We are supplied. We simply seek passage. This
Be
giant Aqualish. He's got like bits of body armor sewn into his clothes, kind of like ramshackle, but he looks like he's seen a lot of action. He's got scars on his face, and he has like a giant blaster rifle slung over his shoulder. Looks like like he's definitely from the Outer Rim, in weird stark contrast to like the way she's dressed and the way she carries herself.
I don't know about this. And I pull you aside. I'm like, this might be a bit of a bait and switch here. I think they might jack us.
I mean, we've got our killer droid on board.
You think he's gonna
odds are he'll kill them before he kills us if we bring other people.
It's kind of my idea about passengers in general. But this all standing, we can throw them in front of us. These guys, she might be all dressed up. They might be scammers. I know this scab.
Okay, can I roll up or can I take a look back and
Yes.
do a little bit of a perception check on both of them now?
Yeah, I mean, this is like less perception. This would be kind of more discipline to see if like kind of the feel for...
Okay.
Yeah, so your difficulty is 2.
Okay. Alright. 2 successes.
2 successes, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so taking a look at them, you see, like, just based on your encounter with them, your sense is that she is somebody. There's kind of this aura of importance around her, and you get this impression that this person that's with her is a necessity, but on top of that, it's a recent acquisition. Like, you don't sense that they're very familiar with each other.
Okay.
This is a recent hire or somebody that they've just started like traveling together.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, we didn't roll your force points. Let's roll those right now.
Okay.
1 black.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember, Shannon, you have your statue too.
Oh yeah.
You can roll your stuff.
No, 1 black.
Alright, so I have 2 points for me. Thank
Okay,
you.
well, hand me that because that's mine now.
No, you just use the statue.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so that's what you get the sense about them. And she goes over and she just, like, she's talking to him, and she's actually speaking in Aquilish. And he nods to her, and he's got his rifle over his shoulder, and they start to walk over, and she's like, so will this be a problem?
And then I look at you.
5,000 credits. Really, at this point in time, I'm willing to accept anything. This is more your avenue.
I don't know.
The savory types.
Honestly, it'd be nice to have somebody that can present themselves, even if we don't take her the whole way. Like, she might come in handy if we, need a something to make us look a little bit more legit.
Right, and from here to Zolan, we essentially got an extra bodyguard.
Honestly, we're a bunch of teenagers. Oh, shit.
Right. Well, teenagers in human years. Teenagers in my years.
Yeah, we're a bunch of
Caldor years, but...
So, she just might make us look a little bit more legit, but whether or not we're going to take her the whole way, I highly doubt that.
You don't want to attempt Imperial space? I mean,
I'm
it's
not going to Imperial. No!
I mean,
There's
it's
no
not
way.
like they want you. We're saying this very much on the download.
I'm assuming so, because she's standing right there.
She's not hearing us.
Okay, well, just like, yeah, we'll take her the whole way, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's good to have somebody with some sort of...
All right, Miss, what was your name again?
She says, I never gave you my name. I'd like to keep it that way. It's preferable for me.
So
all right, Miss,
no name? What would you like us to call you? We need to call you something.
Whatever you'd like to call me.
That's weird.
Miss is fine.
Miss. Okay.
All right, Miss.
All right, Miss.
You and your little partner there can go ahead and get yourself settled on our ship while we gather the rest of the supplies before refueling's done. You can also transfer credits to our account.
She goes into her little side bag that she's holding and opens it up, pulls out a little wad of cash, and she starts kind of cutting through with the paper credits, and she says, she hands you 3,000 right now. She gives you 3,000 credits. She says, I will give you 3,000 up front. I understand that you have concerns about heading to Eridus in Imperial space, so if you decide to change your mind and you need to dump me off somewhere, I will not hold it against you, but I retain the 2,000 credits.
Perfect, lady. This sounds like a great match.
Yeah, works for us. We'll get
Alright,
along
so she
great.
pays you $3,000.
Oh,
All right.
God. We can afford refueling.
Ah, it's so good we didn't have to slam through those metal gates like you were.
I wasn't suggesting slamming through them. My original idea was a little bit more stealth-like and impossible, but didn't involve any slamming.
Okay, this is working out well. I mean, all I gotta do is deal with going back to the ship and beating the crap out of Raji.
Well, we should probably get some supplies for food for you guys and everything.
My
And
stomach's like.
our Zolan boy. We didn't get his name either. We really need to work on getting names.
So I'll walk up to the Salsa. I'm like, "What's your name?"
Didn't you start heading towards the ship?
Oh,
Yeah, he's already heading up to
Okay,
the ship.
we'll
In
ask
fact,
him.
like when you finish your conversation with this mysterious Twi'lek, you can see he's already walking off the ramp.
We should probably calm Raji as well and let him know we're picking up passengers.
No.
Alright, so you come in, he's like, hey, what's going on?
Hey, Raji, you dipshit.
What?
Yeah, we'll talk.
What's going on?
We'll talk later.
We're talking right now.
There's this Alston coming up the ship. Don't blast him. He's
I'm locked in the pilot's room right now.
Anyway, there's a Salston. He's going to be going in the back. Hopefully, the droids don't murder him before we leave the station. But let them know. Just con to the droids and tell them.
Yeah, we picked up passengers to make some money, so we can pay for refueling. So don't let anyone get killed. Maybe underplay the murderous droids a little bit, or upplay it depending on how interested they look.
Just say they're decoration.
Sure, yeah. I mean, they're in the ceiling anyway. What are droids doing there? That's not unusual.
Nah, not at all.
Totally safe.
Totally. Yeah. Anyway, that's what's going on. We'll be back in a shake of a Jabba's slimy tail.
Before we go, do you need any supplies that we can pick up for you? Something legal things?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Nothing.
I'm good. Just hurry up. Let's get out of here.
Okay.
Ship's fueled.
All right. So we go to the cantina, get some food.
All right. So you're gonna head into the central area.
Yeah, we're gonna head to the central area.
All right. So you go down the stairs and down the corridor, ignoring the elevators that bring you up to the higher levels, and enter this kind of open marketplace where there's all these different smells and different sounds. You can hear music playing, and it's actually very alive. It does remind you of Mos Eisley a little bit. And it's strange to see this in a space station. You would see as you're walking through, there's like these kind of makeshift tents almost that are set up in the center. It almost looks like maybe people have just kind of stopped here and set up shop and maybe had no choice. And for whatever reason, the station has allowed it. This is kind of where a lot of people just like stopped off on wherever they were going and set up a new life here. And you can sense there's a little bit of desperation here as people, like, as you're walking through, trying to like stop you and tug at your shirt and be, trying to sell you some kind of baubles or something that you would have absolutely no use for. And you're kind of making your way through the crowd, and eventually you see a small little like cantina that there is clearly a building that's inside the station itself, and they've extended out some kind of like outer deck that has pushed kind of the other markets and tents and everything aside. And it's like the only place here on this lower level where you can see that would be like food and drinks. And it's called Barlow's.
Alright, let's get you some human supplies and maybe some food for the Zolan boy.
What does he eat? I forget what Salsons eat. Do you ever really get a different relations?
Can I roll an education check to see what
Salsons eat?
And if they're selling it.
And if the chat's like, I know all things Star Wars universe, then
you can make a roll. You can make a xenology roll.
Oh, okay. Choose intelligence.
Okay, so
difficulty.
What's your difficulty?
1.
Alright, I have 2 advantages.
They probably eat like food.
They eat food, okay.
Why are you doing that weird face at me?
Because I want some Salston juice.
I don't have any salt. Well, Roach got some for you. Yeah, you'd think that they probably just eat food. You've seen a few Salstons floating around Mos Eisley. They generally eat what everybody else eats, but you don't know if there's anything special that they like in particular.
Dietary needs.
No dietary needs that you're aware of.
Anything in the Star Wars universe?
Probably.
Oh.
Yeah, I would say so. No. Well, just look at him basic, and if he has any like specialty things, it's his fault for not mentioning it.
Yeah, and then we can charge him more for having to get those supplies.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Perfect.
Alright, so I'm gonna go get some nachos. No, wait a minute.
Still want nachos after
all the stuff?
Tatooine?
No.
So you guys head in and you sit down at the inside of Barlow's, and there's a young human that runs it. She has kind of like a golden tan skin. You might think she's actually near human. Her eyes, they are like completely white, except there's these weird kind of violet swirls that you can't really see irises. So she's not quite like human. She would be considered a near human, and they actually, as she's talking, they kind of move a little bit. You've never seen that before. And she comes in and she's got this. She's kind of like a tank top, pretty much, and very well-fitting kind of jorts. And she's got a sleeve tattoo of just a bunch of different symbols and colors all along her arm, up down to her elbow. And she leans in, and she kind of sets down some coasters for the both of you, and she's like, "All right, ladies, what can I get you? Welcome to Barlow's. I'm Barlow. Welcome."
We're here to just pick up some food supplies, actually.
Food supplies. All right, well, you've come to the right place. Long journey, I take it?
Yeah, we're going to be traveling for quite a bit, so we would like your best deals when it comes to buying huge quantities.
Well, I don't know about huge, but...
Well, large amounts.
Well, I do have enough supplies to have lots of customers that come in asking for this sort of thing. So the most that I can offer you right now is 3 weeks of rations for a sizable crew, 5 to 6 people.
Okay.
But you're not going to find much else. I mean, you can go to the upper levels, but it's going to cost you a lot more.
Right.
We plan to be through this station quite a bit. So, we like to give our patronage to one source. So it would be nice to have a good deal.
Yeah. Form a business partnership, so to speak.
Yeah.
We'll bring you business, send people, any of our passengers your way. And in exchange, we can get better deals.
Oh, well, I can do that 3 weeks of rations for 1,200 credits.
God, how much do these people eat?
But that would include also... this is the Barlow package. This is a Barlow deal. That's not just food, but also it's not top quality alcohol, but it's enough that it'll keep your passengers happy and well inebriated for the 3 weeks that they might be traveling with you. There is a smaller package where you take out any of those amenities, and it's 900 credits for just the food.
I mean, the alcohol is really your and Raji's apartment. That's all on you guys.
Oh, hopefully she doesn't check my age, because no one sells us alcohol. It's hard on Mos Eisley.
We're in space now. I think the rules are a little different.
Sold!
What are we going for, the 900 credits or the 1,200?
1,200 with the alcohol.
All right.
Great.
Very well. All I need is a manifest of your ship, and I will have some of the fine, young, strapping gentlemen that are in my employ walk over there and deliver those items personally. I'll need about 3 hours to make sure that we have everything lined up and calculated and ready to go. Make sure that it's
3 hours. I didn't know it was going to be this much bother.
It's fine. I'm starting to get the idea that I might need a little bit of a nap. So 3 hours. I think 3 hours will be good.
Okay. All right. How do you do this manifest thing?
Okay.
Do you do that?
I just need to know where your ship is docked.
Right, we're at Docking Bay. I don't actually know.
Oh, it was Docking Bay 17.
We're in Docking Bay 17.
Very well. I will have it delivered to you in 3 hours.
Yes, you'll be meeting with a gentleman named Raji.
Raji. Okay,
Raji.
very well. Sounds good.
Oh,
Okay, I'm going to hand her 1,200 credits.
All right, so you pay her out, and she
a lot
goes
of
into the
money.
register, and she prints out a little, it is kind of like a checklist, which you're used to. You've purchased goods, and she delivers it to you. And just like when the game started, you have now a manifest of everything that's going to be delivered to you. And she says, we'll make sure to go over the list of the inventory when we arrive at your ship.
Now I know what I'm doing.
All right, so you guys purchase some supplies for your ship. You have 3 weeks of rations for up to 6 people.
I cannot believe we're purchasing all this for these guys. Oh.
If we end up jettisoning anyone, we would have rations that last longer than 3 weeks.
I guess we can resell them. Okay.
Yeah, but we don't know how long. Well, I guess Miss
Miss
Miss Smith
and her partner
don't really need food, so really we're only paying for the Zolan boy.
Yeah, this is enough for 6 people. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
She probably eats enough for 2.
My species doesn't really eat a lot. It's a little hard to eat anything with mask on, but so really it's just your guys' food and alcohol that's going to be costing us the most amount of money.
Maybe we shouldn't have gotten so much.
Maybe we shouldn't have gotten the alcohol, is what I'm saying.
No, that was a definite. That was, yeah. Are we stuck on a ship with Raji for...
You want to be drinking with killer robots on board?
I wish they could drink too. Maybe it would mellow them out a little bit.
Yeah, can they get drunk off of oil or something?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Well, at least if we're going to be going this far into space, making a party ship.
Yeah. Raji doesn't have a weapon. Maybe we should look into buying him a weapon.
No, Raji can't use. Last time he shot his own toe
What if
off.
we have another encounter? I'm terrible at shooting. We already figured that out really quickly. And then if you go down again like you did last time, then we have no one to protect us.
Yeah, he sucks though.
Okay, maybe we should get another weapon for us.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Yeah, maybe something that can hurt droids.
Yeah, like isn't there the thing that you can
The bolts. The little bolts.
oh yeah, the things around their necks that make them do what we want.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's just the straining bolt. It's just a
The
little
straining
circular
bolt.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go actually head out into the market and
Yeah.
and look for some of those.
Okay. So you guys spend a little bit of time, just like you got 3 hours to kill, and you do find some makeshift restraining bolts for droids within the market at some point. Just a young human couple. It looks like they kind of salvage parts and recreate new technological devices out of it. They don't look like they're super top quality, but it is kind of the best you're going to find here.
Yeah.
And the restraining bolts are 50 credits a pop. Do you want 1 or 2?
2. We've
All
got
right.
2 droids. We're taking 2.
All right.
That's a lot of money.
So 100 credits, and you buy yourself some restraining bolts for both those droids. And the 3 hours passes. You are now taking 2 black dice to everything that you do until you take a rest.
Okay.
Alright, so I don't know about you, Dari, but I'm starting to feel a little tired.
Yeah, I
It's
should probably
finally
get some-
catching up with
No,
me.
I just had like a quick blink. I just rested my eyes for a second, but somehow I felt a little bit refreshed. I don't know. So you know what? You should sleep.
Maybe I should head onto the ship and you can decide to shop, or you can head back to the ship with me and I might try to get a little bit of sleep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll just I'm gonna go back to the ship and I don't need any of the junk here. We got all I really want right now is food.
But we got 3 weeks worth of rations coming our way that we got to meet them for, so we should probably head back to the ship for that.
Yeah. I'm just gonna try to make sure everything, people have places to sit. No one's yelling at each other. Yeah, I'll go back to the ship.
Okay, so we're gonna head back to the ship.
Okay.
I'm going there with the intention of resting and hoping that our Barlow isn't there.
All right. So you head back, and as you enter into the corridor, you see that Roji is talking to 2 very large humans. They've got a big shipment of stuff already there. It's been 3 hours. You guys were
Roji's
shopping.
not in the ship anymore?
No, Roji's out taking the inventory, and he sees the 2 of you approaching. He's like, okay, well, there they are. They've been waiting here for the last 20 minutes, so, don't blame me for having to take care of this. This isn't my job, all right? I don't count.
What do you do, Roji?
Well, I am here. I'm taking care of the crew, of the people that are apparently part of our ship now, our passengers.
Okay, I'm gonna go to these gentlemen and I'm gonna be like, hey, where's your manifest? Let's see it. Let's see what you brought us.
All right, so you take a look over it, and you do a count with them. Everything seems to be there. It is exactly as Barlow promised you. Takes you about 5 minutes, and you find out that you got exactly everything that you paid for.
Cool.
Perfect. All right, you can start loading her up.
All right, so you guys head into the ship. You're loading it up.
Can I take a power nap while they load it up?
Sure, so you both head into the ship together. You're exhausted. There is a crew quarters where you guys all the 3 of you will have to share it. It's like there are 3 beds in there, but it's small. It's like the size of like the corner of this room. It's like a bunk bed in one corner and then a lay down bed just right next to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and an open toilet like a prison.
Lovely, lovely.
So great.
You see... I'm just trying to find a proper picture here. Just give me a second. As you walk on, you see the people that you had talked to. You see the Sulliston, who's kind of sitting in the corner. He's on his data pad. He's just like leaned up in the cargo area. He's pulled up like a crate that's on the ship of supplies, and he's just sitting on it with his data pad. Sounds like he's playing a game of some kind. And you see the mysterious Twi'lek. She's sitting on the stairs, just kind of going over some information on her own data pad. And that big Aqualish guy is just kind of standing around with his blaster rifle in hand, just looking around, just eyeing you guys as you start to walk up. He's a pretty intimidating guy. And then in the corner, you see this guy.
There's a new one. Where did he come from?
And you see him kind of just leaning in the corner, and he's smoking a cigarillo, and he's got some wires coming up from some kind of underneath his jacket, coming up over his ears, and you can hear there's a bit of music playing in there, and he's just like looking down, smoking while he's listening to music.
Did I miss something? Did you make a deal?
No.
While I wasn't looking?
No. And I go over there to kick his boot. Where'd you come from?
So he pulls his headphones out. What?
Where'd you come from? Why are you here? Get off my ship!
I paid.
Who'd you pay? Which guy?
He points over at Roji.
Roji, you don't make any decisions about
Roji's like, hey, he came up to the ship. You weren't here, and you weren't answering your comms.
What did he pay you?
Well, I got a pretty good deal, I think.
Okay, I'm going to Roji and pull him aside a little bit. What kind of deal did you make?
Well, he's gonna pay us 20 credits just to, like, take him somewhere.
20 credits?
I know!
No, Roji, we are charging a minimum of 300 per trip. That's up front.
We don't have supplies for this guy. Actually, we do, by the way.
He's like, well, did you want to kick him off? I already took the 20 credits.
Where are we taking him?
So that guy starts to wander over, and he puts his hand on Roji's shoulder, and he's like, okay, I see this is maybe a bit of a problem for you.
Yeah, Roji doesn't make decisions.
Hey, ladies, what do you need? How much is the charge? He said 20. I'm happy to pay it.
Where are you going?
Well,
we charge upon destination.
Gas.
Where's your first stop?
Zolan.
Sounds good.
You're gonna go Zolan? Okay, so we're charging 300 credits.
Done.
300 credits?
Sure. And he goes in and he reaches into his pocket, into his jacket pocket, and pulls out a little, like a really nicely handcrafted leather pouch, and takes out a bunch of paper credits and pays you the extra. He's paid 20. He pays you another 280.
All right, 300 credits to get you to Zolan. And your name is?
My name is Harlov.
Harlov. All right,
I
Harlov.
got emo with Harlov. Okay. And I
I
go
won't
over
be
to...
any trouble. I'll stay out of the way.
Yeah.
I can pull up a blanket in the corner and lay down. I'm fine.
Good. Because we weren't expecting another person. Luckily for you, we have enough food for you not to starve to death.
Oh, you think that would be a requirement for running a passenger service on your ship?
Hey, we're the ones running the ship. You don't question us.
All right.
And I look over at Roji. I'm just like,
Roji,
Seemed like a cool guy.
you don't make deals.
Look how cool that guy is.
I'm the one who does all the negotiating and the deal making around here.
Well, you weren't here, so I took some initiative. All right.
You were supposed to stay in the cockpit.
Also,
you were never supposed to leave the cockpit.
I was getting excited. There was lots of things happening. All right, and the droids didn't come down from the weird spider nest in the
Are
top.
they still up there?
Yeah, they're still there.
Okay.
we all look up and we're like, okay, stop looking up. Other people are going to look up.
We don't want them to see that.
All right.
So what's the plan? Are we taking off? Let's get out of here.
Yeah, we got refueled. We should probably pay them, I guess, since my old plan's out.
When we owe 140, so all right, in total. So we got, how much did we get from? Sorry, we got
270 from our Zolan boy.
Okay, so
Solston. Bye.
Solston.
Then we've got 3,000 from our Twilight.
Okay.
And then we've got 280 from our other emo boy because 20 went to Raji, so we actually haven't gotten that from him.
All right. Yeah, we're probably not going to see that 20 from Raji.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. We're doing math. Please tune in.
It's not a real role-playing game unless you're doing math.
Unless you're doing math. Let's see.
How come finances isn't a skill set?
Yeah, it should be. Okay, so we're at 2,000.
So you guys start crunching the numbers, trying to figure out everything that you need to do, and Roji kind of goes. He just starts talking to some of the people in the back, and he's like, "Great, you ladies, you go up, you take care of the numbers, get the ship ready to go. I'll make sure our passengers are comfortable. I just do want to point out, though, we don't have actual quarters for these people, so we're gonna have to come up with something. I mean, hopefully you didn't sell it on the fact that we had quarters, because we have quarters for ourselves that we may have to give up. We may have to sleep in the cockpit, and let these people share a bunk space.
Yeah, the chair is actually pretty comfy.
Yeah, bunk space. I mean, most people, I would assume, it's a quad jumper. It's limited space. They know what they're getting when they paid for it. They saw the ship up front. Most of them, I hope. So,
yeah.
I really hope they're not expecting much. I mean, I think I could sleep anywhere. So.
Yeah. You're probably tired enough to sleep anyway.
Right.
Dude, we're only clearing 1,000 credits right now.
1,000 credits?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to get more upon delivery.
Yeah,
we'll demand more upon
2,000
delivery.
more.
So, at that point, hopefully we'll
All we need to
make some money.
Get somewhere where we can
Did
sell
you
that.
Did you pay for your fuel too?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fuel.
All right. So you pay for everything, and are you guys going to take off out of this station and head on your journey towards Zolan?
We are going to do that.
Okay.
All right.
So the ship powers up, and you transfer all the credits for the fuel, and the ship starts to power up. Who is piloting this thing?
I'm gonna try to pilot it out because I'm like, no, Roji, I'm not going anywhere near the controls right now.
Okay.
No,
Well, I am the only one that got the ship out of the docking bay on Mos Eisley. Both of you rammed the ship into a wall. And you also rammed the ship when we were parking here, so...
To be fair...
Don't know why you're so flippant about all this.
I only rammed it because I'm used to my speeder. It's a big difference between a quad jumper.
I don't think I rammed.
I've never flown either, so I don't know what that tells you. Alright, Captain, and he gets up out of the seat. He's like, go to it. So you can make a space piloting check, 1 difficulty.
Alright. For some reason I roll horrible on anything. Okay, this time.
Oh, hey!
This time I did well. Well, it's just that I didn't get any successes though. I got 3 advantages.
Alright, so the ship starts to fly down the long corridor. You see the doors opening up already before you take off. And just as you go out, you hit the top. Just hear, and off into space you go. You take 1 more damage.
Sort of sitting up for
I think
it,
our
yeah.
next stop we might need to worry about,
the
some, do some repairs.
Slowly just getting pieces taken off of it.
Do you want me to erase it?
Yeah. You guys leave the Avalon station out into space, and still the droids seem to not have stirred for whatever reason. They're still up there. But that's have you given that 1 room to the passengers, or are they having to stay in the in that area, the loading area, the cargo area?
I'm just gonna walk in and be like, "There's that and that. Figure it out."
Yeah. Meanwhile, while she's taken off, I'm gonna have settled myself in the cockpit and in one of the chairs off to the corner and try to maybe take a little bit of a power nap,
Okay.
just so I can get rid of some of that strain and black dice that I'm rolling.
So you need to have pretty much rest.
Yeah.
For 8 hours. Do you want to try to punch in the astrogation before you do that, or do you want to hand that off to someone else?
No, I'm gonna punch an astrogation because after the robot, I don't really trust anyone else to do it.
All right, so you're gonna have to make an astrogation before you rest. So
Okay.
you take the 2 black dice.
Oh, great.
And so looking at the jump, and knowing the capabilities of this very terrible hyperspace engine, let me just take a look here. So your first stop is you're gonna have to stop at some point.
Right.
You have 2 main options.
Mm-hmm.
Tatooine, because you've gone further into the outer rim,
Right.
or Lok, L-O-K. Those are your 2 choices.
Well, it sounds like we have 1 choice.
Yeah. Tatooine is not a choice because I don't think we could successfully land, refuel, and continue on our way without getting shot at or any...
Everybody wants us on Tatooine, not in a good way.
So Lok or...
Yeah, Lok or Lok.
Lok. All right, so you can make a astrogation, and it's not too far, and there's not. It's you can hop onto the main hyperspace and then jump off again. So I'm gonna say it's 1 difficulty.
Okay. Cool. Like... Oh.
Get some
1
rest.
disadvantage.
She's gotta sleep.
Yeah.
All right. So you kind of punch in some coordinates, close enough, and you pass out.
Okay.
And you, the pilot, Dari, punch the hyperspace. And before you pass out, you're like, it's probably going to take us about 28 hours to get to our first jump.
Okay. Just FYI, 28 hours. Have fun.
So that basically, as 8 hours, the first 8 hours passes, you wake up again in the same seat that you passed out in, and you can see Roji's on his data pad playing some kind of simulation game. What are you doing for that 8 hours? Everyone else seems to be. Some people wander around in the cargo area. Some people have chosen to take the quarters. The Twilight and her guard actually have taken the quarters, and both the Celestin and Harlov have both just kind of let them have it. Yeah, so you can, in the 8 hours, you have seen that Harlov and the Celestin, who you don't know his name, they're kind of hanging out and they're talking in the cargo area.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna wander by them, see what they're talking about.
All right, so you walk up to them, and they're just having a quiet conversation, and they look over and see you walking up, and they're like, Harlov just kind of nods his head, and he's like, "Captain, what can I do for you?"
I'm like liking the being called captain. I'm like, nothing. I'm just, making sure everyone's okay.
Everything's good back here.
All right. Okay. I just wander away. I don't have anything to say.
So charismatic.
Yeah.
Salson goes back to his data pad, and he's like,
that was a weird.
he's kind of swiping on his data pad, and he's showing Harlov something as you walk away, and Harlov, he laughs at whatever it is that the Salston is showing
They're
him.
bonding.
I know, they're buddies. Can I do a perception to see what it is?
Sure.
Okay.
Make sure they're not discreetly planning or taking.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know, what is it?
That's what they're laughing about.
I'm like not that interested in them.
Yeah.
But what's my difficulty?
He's turned away from you. It's pretty hard to see from where you're at, so I'm gonna say it's 3.
3.
When I wake up, would all my stream be gone, or would I still be holding on? Okay.
And you don't take black dice anymore to anything.
Woo! Alright, so it's 3 successes and 1 advantage.
Alright, so you actually managed to glance down at the screen as you walked away. It looks like he's showing Harlov pictures from, it looks like a club of some kind, and as you're walking away, like, it swipes to an image, but it plays a video. And so what he's laughing at is, it looks like this Sulston does stand up.
That's awesome.
And so he's making a joke. He's got this, like, as you're kind of walking away, you're listening, and Harlov is laughing at it, and he's basically talking about, he's got a routine about 2 minutes as you kind of get out of earshot. You hear 2 or 3 jokes about Jabba the Hutt.
And I'm just kind of making a little laugh too. I'm like, I like jokes about like Jabba the Hutt.
Jabba's third arm.
Okay.
That's the last thing you hear as you walk up the stairs.
Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to Roji now.
Okay.
So I'm like, hey.
Roji's kind of sitting in one of the hallways, and he was like kind of left to give her some space while she was sleeping. So he's just gone to a hallway, and he's on his data pad playing a game still. He looks up, he's like, "Yeah, what's going on?"
And I pull up a chair next to him.
There's no chair. He's sitting in the hallway.
Oh, he's sitting in the hallway.
Yeah.
Okay, so I squat next to him. Like, we gotta talk.
All right, Captain Serious.
What are you doing? What are you doing with your?
I'm just level 2 of my sim builder. Actually, I've seen like they've got mods
and
for
I
it.
slap it out of his hand. I'm like, you know what I'm talking about. I saw you snorting spice. What are you doing?
What?
Don't.
Hey, look. You know what? I'm just taking one for the team here. All right, we can't sell on pure spice. If that happens, we're in trouble. That's death. That's a death sentence.
So
you understand?
You're dipping out of our supply?
I'm gonna make sure it's good.
So much for hiding it.
Oh, well, you're terrible at hiding it.
All these debts, all the crap, all the money I've loaned
Hey,
you.
this isn't. I didn't snort that up my nose for me. I did that for us, for the crew.
It's me you're talking to. You can't mess around. And then I kind of like push his shoulder up against the wall, and I'm like, no more screwing around, Roji. Okay, You know why I'm friends with you? You know why I've hung around for this long? It's because you're
My
not...
magic tricks.
Yeah. You're not the idiot you pretend you are. You always duck out and don't look away. You always pretend that you're just this goofball. Your immediate knee-jerk reaction is pretend like you're stupid. Like you don't know what's going on. But you're smart. You survived on these streets you're an orphan. You have nobody. And
he stops you and pushes you back. So why do you think I took a sample of that stuff? I grew up on the streets, all right?
You know what? You don't need to. You could have had somebody else do it.
Who, you? Yiri? Can you see her? Taking her mask off and putting her weird face in it and going like, "Rah!"
What good to you are you not? Like if you're high right now, we can't.
I'm not high. I just took a sample.
You know what?
All right.
I've known that you've been screwing around for a while now. I know that all these debts are for something. Roji, get your shit together, or we're gonna drop you at the next stop. We can't have you as a liability. Okay? And I'm your last friend. I'm the last one that has.
So he reaches into his jacket and pulls out a small bag of the spice, and he throws it across to you. It's tainted. You sell that, you're dead. And he stands up. You're welcome. And he walks away.
It's tainted.
Damn it. What's that mean?
Someone peed in it.
It smells like droid pee.
Droid pee. Oh.
It's the simmering entropy. There is pee in it. Alright, so he walks off and he's mad. He looks like he's mad at you. And he just kind of goes down in the corridor and you can hear him yell. He's like, Harlov! Weird Celestin dude! And you can hear him walk down the stairs into the cargo area.
So I'm gonna go and see if the spice is still there where I left it.
Yep.
And try to go hide it.
Yeah, you find it and there's a cut in the bag and he's resealed it.
I'm like, I don't know.
You can see that whatever was in that baggie he took.
What does that mean? It's tainted. I don't know.
Run an education check.
I'm like, well, I guess I'll do an education check.
This would be streetwise, actually.
Or streetwise.
Streetwise, okay. Is he just lying to me? Probably not. Okay.
I think he would lie about that.
No.
In his money would be our money.
Yeah.
Or our money would be his money.
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead and make your roll.
But I don't know, I'm not exactly the best friend to pay.
Has your character ever dealt or done anything to do with spice before in her life?
Probably.
Do you think she deals drugs? It's pretty risky being in the Empire.
Yeah, but she sets up
Very illegal.
Huh?
But what
Very illegal.
does she have any knowledge of it? Like, has she actually, other than maybe moving it or setting up deals, has she ever actually had anything to do with the production of it?
No, she'd just be moving it and setting up deals.
3 difficulty.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's why she's like, what does that mean, tainted? Okay. Not so good. So
terrible.
It's not terrible, but okay. So yeah, it's nothing.
0?
Wait, yeah. So right.
Yeah. Well.
Yes. Oh wait. No, that's a positive.
Advantage.
It's one of. Oh yeah, 2 advantage. 2 advantage.
advantage.
Yeah, 2 advantage.
You don't know what it means. Tainted in the streets usually means that it's been cut with something else.
Okay.
So it could mean that they use that to increase the quantity to get more money, which makes it weaker. Or if it's tainted, it could also be cut with some kind of poison. Or some kind of thing that would hurt somebody who takes it.
Raji just took it.
Yep. So it could be whatever. You don't know what it means. He just said it's tainted. But you don't know what that means. Roji hasn't told you what he means by that. He walked away. So you wake up at this point as she's looking at the bag and she's she can see that it's been sealed and she's picking it up. And you wake up, you kind of just eyes open and you see that she's from one of the panels that she had hidden it. She's pulling out the 2 kilos of spice.
That's where you hid it?
Yeah, I didn't have very much time to think about it. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Clearly wasn't good
know
enough.
our passengers are just down the hallway. Are you sure you want to be playing with illegal spice? One of them could walk in here anytime. What are you doing?
Looks like our payout might not be that great. I found a golden ticket payday doesn't seem to be what I thought it was.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, Roji dipped into our supply, and he says it's tainted.
Bantha's balls. He said it's tainted?
Yeah. I don't know what that means.
Okay, where's Roji?
I don't know, he's pretty pissed at me right now. I had a little talk with him, and I didn't hold any punches. And he's gonna be sore for a while, but I hope it sets in.
I'll go talk to him. He might like me more right now.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go get up, wander to the back. As I'm wandering into the back cargo bay, I'm gonna be taking a look up the ceiling to check to see where our creepy droids are.
Alright, so you can make a perception check.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say it's 1 difficulty. Because you know where they are, right? I'll give you a blue dice even.
Woo! No more black dice this time either. Okay, so 4 advantages, 1 success.
Alright, so you take a look up there. They're still up there. They're just sitting amongst these cables like a nest up there. A nest of cables.
That's nice. Or have our guests noticed?
Yeah. So they haven't noticed. As far as you can tell, you haven't brought it up. But you're sitting with Roji is sitting with the other two, the Sulstan and the human.
Mm-hmm.
They're just sitting. It looks like they're playing cards. Actually, they're just sitting on a bunch of boxes, crates of the supplies that were brought in by Barlow, and they're just like talking, and you can hear Roji laughing a little bit, and. You kind of appear at the top of the stairs. He looks back and he kind of turns his back towards you and plays cards.
It's not like I did anything. I'm going to come and just kind of perch on Roji's shoulder and just kind of watch the game without actually saying anything.
So what do you want?
I'm just wanting to see how you guys play cards. That's all.
You've never played this before? You've never played Sabak before?
I don't play it like you play it, Roji. You know, you humans play it differently, breaking rules, cheating, that sort of thing. I'm used to more so playing by the rules.
So Roji kind of gets this look on his face where he's kind of like, and you can see he's annoyed by that. And he looks over and he kind of smacks the Sulstan. And the Sulstan looks over to you and he's kind of like, oh yeah? You play things straight all the time, do you?
Yeah, I tend to. It's, my species is actually very big on honesty and being forward about things and not lying very often. So it passes on to me playing games as well.
So he the Sulstan punches some things into his data pad and throws it at you.
Catching it. Looking at it.
There's a still screen of a video. It's your father.